What's up, you guys? It's Layla Lynn, and I'm back with an update on the situation regarding the life and passing of influencer Ashlee Jenae Robinson. In this video, we're going to talk about the fact that her fiance, Joe McCann, has been detained. He has been detained according to TMZ. He's not in jail though. He's detained, but he's not in jail because we know he's been on social media because he's been able to update his profile picture. So we're going to get into that in an interview with parents where they are directly asked if they think he was involved in her passing. Her father has started a GoFundMe in order to get the funds to have her body repatriated back to the United States. And a lot of people want to know, if her fiance was so successful, he was a multimillionaire, why can't he pay for it? And why has the family not heard from him since this all happened? We're also going to get into her medical status when she was discovered, because there is a document online that's showing exactly what her medical status was. And I might either do a separate video because everybody wants to talk about the fact that she was dating a white guy. Like, was she a divester? Was she randomly dating a white guy? Like, what did she said about white guys in the past on her social media? So I did dig into that. It'll either be at the end of this video or it'll be a separate video. To me, it's a whole underlying thing of her being a sugar baby and her. So we're going to get into that and her views on interracial dating and if she was a divester. But first, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, go ahead and subscribe, click the bell, click the thumbs up button, do 2 of the YouTube things to support this channel. Let's start with the news about her fiance being held for questioning and his passport being seized, according to TMZ. They are reporting that the police are advancing their investigation into the passing of Ashlee Jenae, the content creator who passed away on a trip to Zanzibar earlier this month. Authorities have seized her fiance Joe McCann's passport and are questioning him, but only as a witness. No arrests have been made. So he is not actually arrested, but he is also not able to leave, which is a form of detainment. They say, as you know, Ashlee died while on vacation with Joe, who proposed to her on the trip. The vacation was planned as Ashlee's 31st birthday celebration, which turned out to be her last birthday, unfortunately. And they say Ashlee's family appears to have been suspicious of Joe the whole time, as they say he waited 11 whole hours to tell them about the incident and even downplayed it as if Ashlee was okay. Now, I do have an interview with them where they expand on that. Now, TMZ is reporting Joe and Ashlee were separated by hotel staff into different rooms on April 8th following a domestic dispute. Do y'all know how bad an argument has to be for the hotel staff to separate a couple? That means it was disturbing the other guests, like it was disturbing the peace of the villa. So it was bad. Joe told authorities that after that argument, he found that Ashlee had H-word herself on the door on April 9th, and she reportedly passed away at the hospital on April 10th. So let's go ahead, since we're talking about the condition in which she was found, let's go ahead and look at the medical document which documented her condition. So this is the screenshot is from the Luncheon Lawyer, so shout out to her. This is a document where the medical professionals get like just a brief overview of the person that was found. And so they said there's an unidentifiable mark around the neck. No wound seen, not pale, not jaundice. Now, she wouldn't be pale. First of all, she wouldn't be pale. I don't know about jaundice in Black people, but she definitely wouldn't be pale. But the acronym AMPLE. So A is unknown, M and P are unknown, L 4 hours ago. And I'm going to get into a comment that explains all of these letters. E, according to the husband, which he's not the husband, but according to the husband, he found she H'd herself on the door, and it has question marks. Secondary survey, RS bilateral chest expansion, no any lesions. She has a tattoo on the left side of her chest. Her trachea is centrally located. CVS pulses strong and fast. Her extremities are cold. JVP not raised. And so for those of us who are not medical professionals, someone did break down all of this in the comments. And so they were remarking on the fact that she was called stable. Joe said she was stable, and he relayed that information to the parents. He downplayed everything. And I think what she is saying is that he heard the word stable probably from the medical staff, but stable doesn't mean her life is stable. It just means her condition is not deteriorating. It's not changing from the time she got to the hospital to whatever time they were making their report. She said at the top of the first doctor's note, you can see something called GCS. This is a Glasgow Coma Scale, and it's used to measure a patient's level of consciousness on presentation to track their progression. It's also very important to note that there's no 0 on the GCS scale, and that the lowest score is a 3, and the patient has a 3 out of 15 at the top. Also, the secondary survey, respiratory system, bilateral chest expansion means she was breathing on her own, and it notes that she has a tattoo. The doctor notes her pulse was strong and fast. All this to mean at the time she was carried to the hospital, she was alive according to the medical assessment.
To the family of Ashlee Robinson. She's the 31-year-old influencer who was on vacation with her fiance celebrating her birthday. He actually proposed on the trip, but something crazy happened. She was having a good time. Her family said she was very excited to be there, shared pictures with the family, FaceTimed them when she was proposed to. But they released a statement saying that Ashlee was found unconscious in her villa and was rushed to a local hospital where her death was confirmed hours later. I spoke to Robinson's parents. Here's some of what they had to say.
It doesn't make any sense. She was traveling with her with her boyfriend, and he was taking what was supposed to be a celebratory trip to celebrate her birthday that was coming, and they were in a gorgeous place in Africa and happy. Everything that we knew was that she was supposed to be happy, and she was engaged. She celebrated her birthday thereafter, and then she's just gone. We're confused about how that could change so drastically.
What can you tell us in terms of how you found out, and have you spoken to her fiance?
I was initially contacted by him to let me know that something had occurred and that she was in the hospital, but it was very limited communication and not with a lot of detail. I asked him, when it happened and where it happened, and he told me that something had occurred 11 hours prior to when he was reaching out to me.
We found out that our daughter had passed from the hotel. The fiance did not reach out to us at all.
Do you believe that Joe McCann had something to do with your daughter's death?
We don't want to have, it's under investigation, and we don't know what went on.
It's under investigation, and like we said, we just want transparency. Just let us know.
I want to make sure that everybody is fully aware that she was a light. She was a light. She was a beautiful person, and this doesn't align with who she is.
Understandably, the family really didn't want to talk about Joe McCann, the man who proposed to their daughter. When you go online, you can see he's the CEO of Asymmetric, which is a venture capital company that invests in crypto companies. But the point is, the family wants answers. They don't understand why they haven't been able to reach Joe. They don't understand why he wasn't more forthcoming about what exactly happened to their daughter. And it's why they said they're speaking out. Next steps for them, they said, is trying to get to Zanzibar so they can get to the bottom of what happened.
And so Ashlee's family has started a GoFundMe to help them raise funds to bring her body back to the United States. And it appears, like they said, that they also want to go to Tanzania. They want to go to Zanzibar and be boots on the ground as far as them investigating what happened to her. And when I tell you Zanzibar, Tanzania, better get it right. The country of Tanzania is known for its safaris. Same with Zanzibar. They're known for their beautiful beaches. The whole country is built on tourism. So if they mess this up, if they let someone who may have harmed her get away with it, it's going to have a big impact on their tourism. Now, speaking of someone who may have harmed her, I don't want to make any accusations or anything like that, but I will share with you my opinion. And my opinion is that her boyfriend, Joe McCann, first of all, was a sugar daddy. And we're actually going to get into it in a separate video. I do think it was a sugar baby, sugar daddy situation. I think it was a sugar daddy. And I noticed, I did a video about how his creepy photos are starting to surface online. And I noticed that he changed his profile picture on Twitter. You see this? Yesterday, his picture was a bandana covering his nose and mouth like a thief. Like he gives scammer vibes, but now he's updated it. And I'm gonna say this don't look much better. When it comes to facial analysis and things like that, I've done videos on that before where you can analyze like someone's face, like their possible personality characteristics based on their face. This don't look much better. And it's the look in his eyes. He has a very sinister look in his eyes. And he also has one eye larger than the other one. You can see how the left eye, if you're looking directly at him, the left eye looks smaller than the right eye. The right eye is bigger. That normally happens when there's a mismatch in a person. Like how they feel inside is not how they present outside. And a lot of times physically, they'll have two different size eyes because of that. So you guys leave a comment. I'm going to talk about the whole sugar baby situation in a different video. I'm going to make that separate because this video is getting too long. But leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the whole situation, specifically about him being detained. As always, thanks for watching.
Slow it down. Okay. Break it.